Have you ever wondered why some people seem to break free financially while others stay stuck no matter how hard they work? I want to tell you today that it is not just about income or education or luck. It is about mindset. The difference between a broke mindset and a wealth mindset is not just a few habits here or there. It is a fundamentally different way of seeing the world. And if you do not see that difference clearly, you will keep repeating the same patterns that hold you back. So today, let's really talk about it. Let's be honest. Let's go deep. Because once you truly understand the difference, you can make the choice to think differently. And thinking differently is how everything changes. I know that talking about mindset can sound condescending if you're struggling. Maybe you are working 2 jobs, paying rent, taking care of family, and you feel like you're drowning. This is not about blaming you for your situation. This is about showing you how the lens you use to see the world can either trap you or free you, even in tough circumstances. Because mindset isn't about ignoring reality. It is about changing how you respond to it. Let me tell you a story about 2 people, Alex and Jordan. They both grew up in the same city. They both went to the same public high school. They both got similar jobs out of college. But 10 years later, Alex is living paycheck to paycheck, worried every month about bills, with credit card debt piling up. Jordan owns 2 rental properties, runs a small side business that supplements his income, and has money invested in the stock market. How did they end up so different? It is not because Jordan is smarter. It is not because Jordan was luckier. It is not because Jordan worked harder at his job. It is because they think differently. Alex has a broke mindset. Jordan has a wealth mindset. And this difference in thinking created a difference in action, and over years, a massive difference in results. So let's really talk about what a broke mindset is. A broke mindset is not about how much money you have right now. It is about the beliefs you carry that keep you stuck. A broke mindset sees money as scarce and limited. It always focuses on what is missing. It says, "I can't afford it," without ever asking, "How could I afford it?" It fears risk to such an extreme that it never invests, never tries, never learns about new opportunities. It sees money as stressful, shameful, or even evil. So it avoids talking about it, learning about it, and managing it. When it spends, it does so for instant gratification, to feel good now, even if it means pain later. It sees success in others and says, "They must have gotten lucky," or "They probably did something shady," instead of asking, "What can I learn from them?" Worst of all, a broke mindset waits to be saved. It waits for the government, the boss, the lottery, or the economy to change. It does not take responsibility for the future. And over time, this way of thinking becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It becomes the cage you build around yourself. I can tell you this because I used to think that way. I remember seeing investing as gambling. I remember being too embarrassed to ask questions about money. I remember thinking budgeting was punishment. I thought I was playing it safe by avoiding risks, but I was really avoiding growth. And no one had ever shown me there was another way to think. Now let's talk about a wealth mindset. A wealth mindset believes money is a tool. Not good or evil. Just a tool you can learn to use. It understands that money can buy time, freedom, choices, and opportunities. A wealth mindset does not say, "I can't afford that." It asks, "How can I afford that?" It searches for possibilities and creative solutions. It understands that risk is not something to avoid at all costs, but something to manage and learn from. A wealth mindset sees failure as feedback. If something does not work, it is not the end, it is a lesson. It knows the importance of investing before spending. It pays itself first. It builds assets that generate income. A wealth mindset prioritizes learning about money, even if it feels intimidating at first. It asks questions, reads books, watches videos, seeks mentors. It understands that surrounding yourself with the right people matters. It chooses to spend time with people who inspire, challenge, and support growth. Most importantly, a wealth mindset takes responsibility. It knows no one is coming to save you. It says, "My future is my job. Here's the real difference between these two ways of thinking. A broke mindset waits. A wealth mindset acts. A broke mindset blames circumstances. A wealth mindset focuses on solutions. A broke mindset spends to feel good now. A wealth mindset invests to feel secure later. A broke mindset avoids learning about money. A wealth mindset embraces learning even when it is hard. A broke mindset sees failure as proof to stop. A wealth mindset sees failure as a necessary teacher. A broke mindset wants safety at any cost, even if that safety is really stagnation. A wealth mindset accepts calculated risks for growth. A broke mindset is driven by fear. A wealth mindset is driven by possibility. If you want to shift from a broke mindset to a wealth mindset, you do not need to be a genius or have a six-figure job. You need to start with these steps. First, change your questions. Stop saying, "I can't." Start asking, "How can I?" Second, learn about money. Even 10 minutes a day reading or watching something educational will compound over time. Third, pay yourself first. Even if it is $5, get in the habit of investing in your future before rewarding your present. Fourth, talk to people who think the way you want to think. Cut back time with people who drain you or keep you stuck. Fifth, take responsibility. You may not have caused where you started, but you control where you go. If this is hitting home, even if it is uncomfortable, I encourage you to pause. Think about which mindset you have been living with. If you want more conversations like this to help you grow, to help you build real freedom, hit like and subscribe. This is not just a channel. This is a space for people who refuse to stay stuck. Most millionaires in the US are self-made. Over 80%. They did not win the lottery. They did not inherit it. They thought differently. They took responsibility. They learned. They failed. They adapted. That path is open to you, too. But only if you choose it. I want you to remember this. You were not born with a broke mindset. You learned it. Maybe your family taught you to fear money. Maybe school never mentioned investing. Maybe everyone around you thinks small. But you can choose new beliefs. You can choose to see money as a tool instead of a curse. You can choose to act instead of waiting. You can choose to learn instead of hiding. You can choose to build instead of blaming. Your mindset is the software that runs your life. If you do not upgrade it, you will keep crashing in the same ways. But if you do upgrade it, you can change your entire future, not overnight, but over time, with consistency and courage. That is the difference between a broke mindset and a wealth mindset. And that choice is yours. If you are ready to make that choice, start today. Hit like if this made you think. Subscribe so you have the tools and reminders to keep growing. Because your future is not determined by your past. It is determined by the mindset you choose today. Thank you for watching. Now go build the life you deserve.